Good morning. I'm Andy Berg. I'm the Environmental and Stormwater Manager for the City of Sioux Falls. Today we wanted to bring some information to you about the 4th Annual Mayor's Big Sioux River Water Summit. We're very excited to have our 4th Annual Summit this year. It's been a program that has grown each year that is focusing on water quality throughout the watershed of the Big Sioux River. We've been partnering with other mayors in the 80 different communities that are in the Big Sioux River watershed system and are excited to bring that education to those communities as well as the residents in those communities and as well as the ag community at large in that watershed. The opportunities that we have coming this year are many, and Jesse is going to speak to those briefly, but just wanted to let you know that we have a lot of things coming in the coming weeks to bring awareness to some of the things the City of Sioux Falls is doing for the water quality in the Big Sioux River watershed as it comes through our community and in the watershed above the City of Sioux Falls. So we've got a lot of things coming. Look for those to be coming in the next few weeks leading up to the summit on September 7th. With that, I'll let Jesse Nyan speak to you regarding the details of the summit.
Thank you, Andy. The details of the summit this year, the summit is going to be held in Sioux Falls on September 7th from 1 to 6 p.m. at the downtown Hilton Garden Inn. Before the summit, we actually have a watershed tour being held from 9 to 11:30 a.m., and that's being sponsored by the East Dakota Watershed Development District. To sign up for that tour, there is a registration for the tour. That's on siouxfalls.org/green. Please sign up ahead of time for that if you'd like to take place in that tour. That tour is going to show some of the watershed work that the City of Sioux Falls and its partners have done in and around Sioux Falls to help clean up some of our water and enhance our water quality. For the summit itself, there is no registration. Anybody can come and show up the day of the event, sit in, listen on a talk, and also we can listen to our keynote speaker. We have a special keynote speaker this year. His name is Kurt Dieter. He's from a law office in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and he's considered one of the leading farm drainage experts in the state of Minnesota. He's going to do a talk and talk about the buffer strip program that the governor of Minnesota has implemented over there and show us some of the good things and bad that went along with implementing some of that practices. So what else you're going to learn about the river? You're going to learn about some of the watershed projects that are taking place in and around Sioux Falls and also throughout the watershed. The watershed reaches in South Dakota, it reaches down in Iowa, it reaches over into Minnesota, and there's over 80 communities in our watershed that are part of the watershed, and we also include a lot of rural ground in that area as well. So it's a very big area. You're going to see local projects, you're going to see regional projects, and you're also going to see what are some of the new technologies and things with green infrastructure that are really going to help with our water quality in the future. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Huther.
Thanks, Jesse. Thank you. Jesse and Andy, thank you so much for your leadership in this effort. We appreciate it. And I also want to thank the media for being here today to help us spread the message about this, this summit. You'll notice from the sign here, it says Mayor's Big Sioux River Water Summit. It doesn't say Mayor Mike's Big Sioux River Summit. It says Mayor's Big Sioux River Water Summit. And it's very, very intentional. We are only one of 80 towns or cities along the Big Sioux River that we're targeting. And so we are actively pursuing the energy and the passion and the leadership of all the mayors along the Big Sioux River. And that's what we're targeting here today. Every year this summit has grown, not only in terms of stature, but also in terms of our results as well as our attendance. And we would like this summit in Sioux Falls to be the biggest yet. And we need it to be. It's critical that we continue to work on improving the quality of our Big Sioux River. In Sioux Falls, we rely on the river in so many different ways. Of course, it is our primary source of drinking water. We are certainly very fortunate to have the Lewis and Clark project that has certainly helped us over the last couple of years. But this aquifer that we rely on is really important when it comes to just drinking. But more and more and more in the city of Sioux Falls, we're using that Big Sioux River also for recreation. We just had a wonderful event last weekend with thousands and thousands of people along our Big Sioux River, and they were enjoying it, not only outside of it, but also inside of it as well. And again, this water that oftentimes we take for granted in the city of Sioux Falls, we are not taking it for granted. And we're not alone. South Dakota, if farmers are paying attention to this topic, and if ranchers are paying attention to this topic, the city of Sioux Falls needs to pay attention to this topic just as much as they do, if not more, because we're all responsible for the quality of our water. And that's just one of the topics that we're going to talk about at the Big Sioux River Water Summit on September 7th. Again, I want to thank you for being here today. I want to encourage everybody that cares about the city, cares about this watershed, cares about these 80 towns and these 80 cities. I want to encourage you to come and let's talk about water just a little bit, and leave this watershed in better shape for generations to come.